What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Childish. We are back at it again with yet another Educate and Dominate episode, that one-on-one interview series where we take some of the top names in the game and get their insights so we can bring your game to the next level. We have ourselves a return guest that you all can't see because I done failed already. My man Goon from the Europe server is back at it again. Look at that. You see that fail? That's how we start videos over here. Yeah, buddy. Goon, what is going on, my man?
Hey, what's going on, Childish? How you doing?
I was doing good until I failed that intro, but you know what? That's how we roll up in this mug. It don't even matter. We just let it swing like that. So again, guys, if you guys haven't gotten an opportunity to check into this Educate and Dominate series, one of our first guests, I believe, we were right around that episode. I think it was like 12 to 13 mark there.
Yeah, lucky number 13.
Lucky number 13. There it is. So lucky number 13. Definitely go ahead and check it out. That was Goon's first video. And then come on back to this one so we can give you on the up and ups here. So after you've seen that video, if you have seen that video already, we're going to just basically get you in on some of the things that have been changing and talk about some of the new units and get into, of course, the Necropolis dungeon. We got a lot of things in store for you guys today. So first and foremost, Goon, from the people that saw you in the original video, you were currently in the Guild of Aftermath on the global server, but you recently made a switch to the Europe server, moving on to the newfound guild called Noviak, the combination of Zodiac and Nova. So can you talk a little bit about that and what brought you along on that change?
Yeah. First of all, I just got to say, I think it was a mistake on Com2S's part. I don't know how popular that is, but global was awesome. It was so great, blah, 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 blah. Perfect mix of people, perfect mix of, in-game, small, arena animosity. And it was just a lot of competition. It was just awesome. And for them to have splintered it off, EU is a lot of fun. But, and from what I'm hearing from my global friends, they're experiencing the same thing. When you lose a quarter to a third of that population, it's not like we were overpopulated Asian server to begin with.
Right.
So it's just hopefully with the new patch and everything, more and more people join. But I left for EU just because I've been studying for my boards for a couple months now, and at some point, which is coming unfortunately real soon, I'm gonna have to go out and get a new job, and that 1 a.m. arena is just killer for Monday morning work. And arena close at 4 p.m. Eastern is just, it's so glorious. It's phenomenal, man. You can rush, Sunday night, you end at 4 p.m. It's just, it's good times.
Yeah, I've actually, it was a big decision for us to stay on global. We had a lot of people that were considering Europe, but the majority of our guild is all around the world as far as the times go. We got United Kingdom, we got, I think, the Netherlands, we have Asia, Singapore. We got quite a few. And so for us, even if we were to go to the Europe side to make the change for a couple of us for the better, it still wouldn't have been overall a good choice because, again, somebody's always going to be staying up till 1 o'clock in the morning dealing with it. So,
yeah, that's true. Well, what's gonna be happening to you, Childish? Right?
yeah, sure.
It's all about you, right?
Yeah. I got to make it about me. But no, it's hard, and I give credit to everyone that made the choice for themselves. Because at the end of the day, if you're not enjoying the game, then why put yourself through it? But for me at this particular time, I understand that I'm enjoying the game. I'm currently not at the level to really push into like the Guardian 2, Guardian 3 ranks. Maybe I lost out my opportunity to move up there and take advantage of that lower time. But again, I'm having a great time with our Epic Fail community, and I wanted to do was not just what was best for me, but what's best for the guild, and we chose to stay on global. So
Yeah, that makes sense. Most of my guildies from Aftermath, they stayed as well.
cool, good deal. And so when you came
I
on,
apologize. Yeah, just real quick, Charles. Just so to talk about the new guild, Noviak. I mean, it's ridiculous. They basically handpicked, the toughest people that they could find, and it is just it is awesome. Theory crafting every single day. Somebody is posting some epic fail rune or some phenomenal Nat 5 rune that they just got in chat, and they get to go crazy. in-game chat is always something's always going on. Line as well. They're just a good bunch of guys. Revark is the guild leader. Revark Khaleesi. It's kind of
Nice.
he's,
Yeah, he just got his fourth one, I think, didn't he?
yeah, he just
Oh
pulled
my god.
fourth Zyros.
Four Zyros is no big deal. We love you, Revark.
Oh man, today for the new dungeon, I know we'll talk about it later, but he rolled a Jameer lead in four four
Oh
Zyros.
my god. He
And
needs to make a video. Just it'll be funny. It'll be funny as well.
it's ridiculous, man. It's just insane. And I think a couple of Zyroses, he ruined Vampire to get some sustain.
Gotta have it, bro. You gotta have it.
I mean, when you got four, what the fuck?
What are
What
you
the hell?
supposed to do, right? You gotta mix it up. You gotta mix it up.
Try new things. Rengar is a vice guild, and a guy named Vayne is the second vice guild leader. But they made Guild Wars a lot of fun,
Good.
and it's good times, real good times.
Good. And while we're on the subject with that, how are they doing right now as a current group? Are you guys completely maxed out, or do you know if they're currently looking for any Guardian 2 or Guardian 3 players at this time? We can throw a little shout out for the guild.
I don't think. I think we're 100% full. We just removed 2 members because of whatever happened in the past with the old Nova Guild. Whatever the impression is by the community, all the all the hype out there. Revark and Rengar are super stringent. Like, there's no rule breaking. If you're accused of hacks, they'll give you like a, what do you call it? A fair deal. Like, they'll sit there and investigate you without you knowing about it, obviously. But if there's any sort of impropriety, you're gone. And I know there was a guy recently. I was going to talk about this at the end of the video of things that you can do to spot hackers, because this guy was with us for about a week, and they just dumped him. And we reported him. We took the screenshots and everything. I don't want to mention his name, but what I'll do is I'll tell you what the evidence was. I mean, it's ridiculous and it's unfair, especially with how much money I've spent in this game, how much money Revark, Rengar, the rest of the guys have spent. We're not we're not screwing around. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I can get into that later. We could start off with a more positive note.
Sure, not a problem. Well, I'm working through your units here. So since the episode 13, you've gotten a wide variety of units. Some of them from the new group of units to go on. So I kind of wanted to get into some of those. What you kind of figured out, the pros and cons, as you found quite a few that have been definitely helping you, progress on. Oh, there's our lovely cowgirl hack.
Oh, yeah.
There's our epic fail. If you guys remember that first episode. Yeah, buddy.
You'll notice she probably still has the same runes, and
yeah.
And you, if you click on skills, you'll see that she pwned me twice. Once because she's her, and second because that upgrade right there is Water Cowgirl from, which I'm understanding after the changes is actually relatively useful. So,
God. So
this one's is so epic. She got me twice.
You gotta love it. Gosh, let's see if we can find one of the first ones that I remember here. Where is that lovely lady? Here we go. Yeah, buddy, the Dark Neostone Agent. So tell us a little bit about that, what you kind of figured out. Again, I'm pretty sure everyone listening right now hates you because this is one of those units that everyone would definitely love. What's your take on this unit so far as you've been able to try it out?
Oh, she's awful. I barely use her.
Ah, so sad.
Yeah, that's as you can see by it's just I put my crappiest runes on her. I don't care about this mon at all.
That's a shame. She seems so fun. She seems so fun.
I have no idea. You see all of these posts on Reddit that I opened my first scroll that I bought from the shop or whatever, and out popped Zeratul. I'm like, you're full of shit. Like, you sat there, resetting, spending, like poor Kenneth did on his stream yesterday, 121 LD scrolls, and that's how you pull that 5-star. Dude, Sylvia came, of course, at like 1:30 in the morning.
Yep.
2 LDs that I had saved up, legitimately 2. And no, actually, it was 5 total, but she was number 2. And of course, the other 3 after her were were complete junk. But
Right.
I shouldn't get greedy. This mon has changed everything about Guild Wars for me. I had to make some YouTube videos because I'm not I don't computer like you computer, so
Gotcha.
I had no idea how to stream it to show other people. She is a god in Guild War. That leader skill outshines everything. I mean, it's Vanessa basically,
Right. Right.
and I use her on only YOLO teams. So I'll go like Sylvia, Water, Monkey King, and Wind Monkey King. Or I'll go Sylvia, Zyros, Perna. And no heals, nothing. And, you know, so her passive is basically the same as Rauk, the firing Guamis,
Yep.
in the sense that whoever goes with her gets -1 to their cooldowns. So their passives don't work. So no, I'm on heal, or Perna heal, whatever. But Perna, for example, something that I was doing, because it's a random person that she takes, I would go Sylvia, Perna, Seek, the buffer. What is that thing called? The Fire Hellhound, right?
Yep. Yep.
Because he's so squish that I know he'll die. So Seek has got 200 and some speed plus the speed lead. He'll buff crit, buff attack. Enemy kills him. Now there's only 2 mons there, Sylvia and Perna. So it means every time Perna goes crazy and procs violent, it's Perna. But now every time Sylvia goes, Perna goes again. So
Exactly.
every time it was Perna's turn, her skill 2 would be up. So I wouldn't even be hitting with normal attacks. I'd be hitting with the second skill every time.
Right, and so again, like you're saying, every time they go, their skill time reduces, so they get an opportunity to use those second and third skills if they're available.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. So a two turn cooldown. If you get any sort of between the 2 guys, you get any sort of violent proc, bam, there's your 2 turns done.
That is intense. And so, have you ever gotten an opportunity to test any other units that have, really, really good second or third skill turns that are low in the cooldown? Anywhere in that 2 to 4 range.
The Beast Monks.
Yeah.
Beast Monk plus Sylvia, dude. That is it's not to get cocky because I didn't do this on purpose. Like I said in the first video, I don't pretend to be some theory crafting genius. I mean, now with the arena statistics out in the new patch, it's almost laughable how often I'll lose, offensive fights just because I'm trying something new.
Right.
But I experimented and I realized either Ritesh or Kumar, that skill 3,
Right.
with the long ass cooldown, you stick her with Sylvia, and if Sylvia violent procs and takes that mon twice, I mean, after 2 turns you get to use that AOE. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Crazy. Just crazy. Wow, that's unbelievable.
By the way,
Congratulations to you to get that unit.
dude, Kumar is one of my pride and joys. I mean, this guy. So what you're looking at right now with 43k hit points that's the hit points of an HP 3, like 3 hit point runes in 2, 4, and 6.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got crit rate and crit damage like an HP, like an hit point CD hit point Kumar, and it's because of that rune.
Dude, what the heck is this? What is this? Look at this crap! Wow.
Oh wow, I'm talking about hit points, and I didn't even 15 that rune.
Oh, fail! There's your fail for the week.
So fail.
Fail for the video.
Look at slot 4.
That's ridiculous, dude.
So it's got another 23,000 hit points. It's almost like a fourth. Like between the 2, right? It's almost like a fourth, like 56% hit points right there. It's almost like a fourth, like a 2-4, slot 2, slot 4, slot 6, slot 8 hit point.
Yeah.
That's nothing to do with skill. That's as RNG as RNG can RNG.
Right. And those are energy runes. Look at that too. Oh my goodness gracious! Again, I didn't even know it can. I didn't even know it can go up that high. I thought the 30% was the max. So that's crazy.
And it's the thing about this is another example of don't listen to what people have to say in chat. When I told certain people that I'm going to put energy on my beast monk, they laughed. Oh, beast monks are revenge, or beast monks are nemesis, or beast monks are will. Oh, you're going to die. I was like, you know what? I'm not the smartest guy, and I'm not afraid of losing. So F it. Let me just test it out, see what happens. And oh my dude, he just owns.
Well, let's. Uh, I'm a little salty right now. I ain't gonna lie. That's too sick. But I can't
The
complain. I'm doing
the
okay.
Sylvia, I'm salty of myself.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, just to finish up that Dark Neostone. So listen, this is not Zeratu, and it's not man to man, a man to man, or Lima. She can't be used in every situation. In Arena, AD, she sucks. I can't get her to work. I even changed her. The key to her is speed,
Hmm.
and we'll get into that later. And I think every Fire and Neostone agent, except for Wind, I'm sorry, except for Water, needs to be based on speed.
Gotcha.
But I even changed her slot too from speed to hit points to try to get her up to that 36 to 40K mark to make her less squishy and see if I could use her on AD. Because in the end, this game is about everyone's going to have offensive wins and power hour. The game's about how strong is your defense,
Yep.
and that's what gets you to win is how strong your AD is. And she sucks on defense. You know, just you can't. I can't use her. I'm looking forward to more people pulling her so they can help Theorycraft and maybe tell me what I'm doing wrong. As far as arena offense, again with the new meta, and I don't want to jump ahead.
No, go
Um,
ahead. By all means, you're good.
in the new meta, I'll just say that the new meta of arena is well, screw it. We can just talk if you don't mind. We can talk about arena now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thanks to streams like that Kenneth. 1-1 from Asia and like Nina Sky, Cold Steel. Um, the new meta is all about Tiana and any mon that you can use as a substitute if you're not fortunate enough to have pulled Tiana, which is Wind Polar Queen. And so it's all about AoE debuff, speed teams that AoE debuff, and then all AoE attackers. So you kill all four people, all four enemies at once. And Sylvia, she just doesn't synergize with that. So
Right.
she's useless on AO, she's useless on AD, she's a god in Guild Wars. And in TOA, she's phenomenal because you pair her with a Dodder team,
Sure.
and
Okay.
Thrain, at some point, you know, I've had him be able to lay his dots out the next turn. so,
Yeah.
so he'll dot, everyone will take their turn, and Sylvia will have taken him 2 or 3 times, and bam, he's ready to lay dots again on his next turn.
Very, very nice. That is that is. I mean, it's so funny. I mean, with a unit like that, there's so many things that can come out of it. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing, hearing back from you, even after this video and see what you kind of come up with because there's going to be, I'm sure you're going to be finding so many more ways to utilize it. It's pretty cool.
Dude, she's just fun. I don't even care that she's not, the latest and greatest, but I know that a lot of people are out there saying, "Oh, that's a I win button and this and." It really isn't. I mean,
Right.
she's not mainstream. Like she doesn't fit into the mainstream meta, but she is just so much. It's fun, which
Yeah.
is what I was looking for in this game. And there's days like I said, I started a little YouTube channel to record a couple of videos because they're just hilarious. It's so ridiculous to to watch this person. She just like runs up on her skirt and whacks somebody and reduces the cooldown. So now Perna nukes every single turn.
Yeah.
It's just damage on damage.
I'll take it, man. If I had it, I'll take it. I ain't gonna
Oh
complain.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. I did want to kind of get into a couple of the questions that we have from the guests that we made a forum with a while back, guys. So again, for those that are new to tuning in, I'll have a link down below. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull it up if my thing works here. I'm going to have a link in the video called the Educate and Dominate Roundtable Discussion. Eventually, we're going to get some of these guys all together on and do some, talking all together. But we're just using this link now to kind of collect all the questions that I get, so that I can take some of these questions for you guys and ask them. So again, since we only have a handful of them, we're going to be hitting up some of the questions that people have been putting a few days back here. So the first one we got again is from Ganad K, and he's asked you. How do you overcome the boredom while you're farming runes? What's your kind of take on that? What do you do when you're trying
I study.
to? Hey, my man.
I mean, there's a couple things that I do. The first thing is if it's during the day, because I chain refresh. I'm not really embarrassed about it anymore. Um,
Anymore.
anymore, yeah, I'll throw that out there. So I'll be sitting there studying, doing my practice test, practice questions, and I fell into the trap. I made my 1 minute Giants team, and I made the minute 12 or minute 15, whatever Dragons team. I don't even use those. Well, the Giants one I do, but the Dragons one I don't use that quick team because I don't look down at the phone to hit replay more than once every couple minutes anyway. So
Right.
I pick a little bit more stable comp. So I'll be studying, and every couple minutes I'll just glance down, hit the replay button, then it takes you a second to 2 seconds, and go back to what I was doing before. Um, Other things I'll do, which I never thought this would be me, but yeah, Kato's not ruined. I hate him.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, I remember talking about it.
yeah.
Just checking to see if I can squeeze it in,
Yeah, no, I goddamn Kato.
Okay.
Fucking Kato, man. Kaz, on the other hand, I'll get into the samurais in a second, but so boredom. I never thought I'd be this guy, but the guild I was in, Aftermath. I still chat with a couple of them, and Noviak are just so awesome that I'll always have lineup on my Mac, or if I have my iPad with me, I'll have it on there, and I'll be yenting away online, chatting with those guys while while I'm rune farming. Other than that, make an alt on another device, and while you're rune farming on your main, you could be grinding away on your alt if that's your thing. But the problem with alts is somebody posted this in Reddit, and I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was a troll post, which I mean I guess it really was, but. The title was, the easiest way in Summoner's War to get a Nat 5, and then you open it up and it's make an alt.
Right.
Guaranteed, you make an alt, you're gonna be pulling a Zaratu.
Yeah, I got so many people, and you think they would get excited because they got a Nat 5. No, they're upset because it's not on their their main account. It's like, what the heck?
or it is on their main account, their new main.
Yeah, the new main. Oh man, how many times? Gosh. I'm trying to think here. We had a cat from the app invasion forums that had he's been using the second count for the longest time because he ended up pulling a Dark Phoenix and an Artemel as well. I can't think of him, but he was
He pulled
originally
two.
yeah. He put so much time and effort into his first account, and then of course once he got those two, he was like, nope, I gotta switch over. So I gotta switch over, man. Oh, dude. All right, let's see what we got here for the next question on the round table. All right, so Potato Man Jack asks, what is the biggest mistake that most new or intermediate players make, in your opinion?
One of the biggest mistakes I see is and I'm getting so rocked right now because of this. If it's a Nat 4, don't dump it unless you have two. And even then, I mean, that's what storage is for. 130K a slot or whatever it is, 20 or 30 crystals, whatever. You have 350 slots in storage. Like now with this new meta, we could talk about it in a little bit. Not meta, but the new world with the Necropolis and yada yada yada. Fire Ninetales is coming back, and I'm the asshole that foddered 30 something Ninetales. I mean, I would have four. I was telling you before, Charles. I would have 4-star Angel Mons sitting in storage, and I'd be too lazy to switch out Mons, and I would just burn. I'd burn a wind or a fire, a water Kung Fu Girl, like it was nothing.
Yeah.
I'll never use these. And I said Kung Fu Girl. I meant Ninetales.
Ninetale 5. Yeah, we got you.
Kung Fu Girl's another one. I got a dark Kung Fu Girl, and if you click on her skills, you'll see that she's not maxed because I burned all of my fodder. I've gotten 20 or 30 of those too, and I can't even max this thing out. That's why she's not ruined.
Right.
And I'm hearing from people that Kung Fu Girl is working really well on Necropolis level 10.
Yep.
So that's another. So intermediate, beginner players, I don't care if chat tells you. Gibraltar, that's another one. So Fire Bomber has been known from day one is like the shittiest bomber there is because
Right.
if you need fire, you just use JoJo.
Right.
And now Gibraltar, because he's got what I think two or three hits on every one
Three
of his
hits.
moves.
Yep.
He made a big comeback. So if you had burned all your Gibraltars, like hey, GG.
Yep.
And if you get a Nat 5, I know this is like obvious. Don't feed it. And you're talking to an idiot that fed Juno 2 to Juno 1,
Oh,
like
so brutal.
maybe 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago,
Oh my God.
because I needed that bump, that extra 5% in damage that I got for skill 1.
Dude, I got going on right now. Like when you take two silver utensils and you do that shing 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 shing, the chill that you get. That's what I'm doing right now over here. I wish I had a camera so people could see this crap. Oh man, you're
Dude,
killing me, baby.
I raged because I got so I'm up to fake 5 summon just to make everyone feel better. I'm up to fake 5 summon number 10 now because I got Tyrone as an awakened 5-star like 2 or 3 nights ago. People are telling me to buck up because Tyrone's still good, and hey, you can make 2 Tyrones, 1 DPS, 1 TOA. Okay, I have my own max skill DPS Tyrone right there.
Mm-hmm.
In storage, I got another one that's 6 prime, that's max skill thanks to our HOH, back in the day. And he's ruined for TOA as hit points. So this was number 3. So 6 weeks ago, I don't remember who I got, but it was somebody awful, and I just raged and I fed a second Sigmaris that I had summoned to finish off Sigmaris, and I fed Juno 2 to Juno 1. And that Juno 2 I had for damn near 7 months. And here we are, less than 2 months later. And double Juno combo is like a very feasible,
Right.
very feasible Necropolis level 10 comp.
Yep. Yep. And we'll get into that. I got a list, guys, for you that's been provided on the Reddit forums. Some of the units that are really going to shine in the Necropolis here. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and jump into the latest, greatest event, with the exception of the Necropolis, is the bonus pack. So let me go ahead and bump into that here if you guys haven't taken a look at it. I know we got a picture from it, but let me go ahead and see if I can showcase the for the people that haven't seen it here. So it looks like the package here on the right, a little hot. Click over here, and we got ourselves a wide variety of fails there when you go into 10% battery there. God bless.
Oh, you got Summoner's War. What else? Isn't it
I know,
always
right?
at 10%?
Yeah. I thought it was plugged into my charger, but it wasn't, so it's all good. What's your take on it? We got a lot of different ones here available. What's your take on it from your perspective, and then I'll kind of chime in on a couple of them from my perspective, and we'll go from there.
Starting from left to right, I guess. I like the dailies a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I bought them right away after doing the math. If you figure that before today, yeah, we're not going to get into all the nitty gritty, but before today,
Right.
for $100 US, you get 3,000 crystals. I figure that came out to about 3.3 cents per crystal.
Mm-hmm.
And looking at Daily Pack 1, I think it's, 20 crystals
Yeah,
a day for 15 days, right?
Correct.
So 20 crystals times 15 is 300 crystals for $5. It comes out to literally half the price.
Right.
So it's 1.6 cents, 1.7 cents per crystal. So it's 50% off. The only thing is you have to wait a full 15 days to get all of them. You're only getting 20 a day, but I mean, Summoner's War itself is about the long game. So over the long game, I think it's a great deal. They give you that little added incentive of plus 5% to mana. And I'm always broke.
Yep.
Because I'm at Giants all the time. So, I mean, I think it's a phenomenal deal. The Daily Pack 2, if you do the math, same thing. I think the 5% experience is kind of worthless. Blah. I don't like that. But who cares? They're giving it to you. Just take it.
Take it, yeah.
And the 70 crystals a day, though, and the energy, I think it's a great for anybody.
Yep. And here's that controversial one, the removal pack. Is it good or is it not? Here we go.
I think I am an idiot. The reason I'm always broke is because I never wait for rune removal days, and I don't recommend that to anybody. But the thing is, I've leveled up enough mons that I don't need that mana. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, otherwise, at one point I got all the way up to 14 mil, and then it just started re-ruining stuff. And so this pack I thought was going to be very attractive to somebody like me. It's not. You figure, again, going back to that 3.3 cents per crystal, if $100 gets you 3,000 crystals, then 30% of that, or $30, will give you 1,000 crystals. And you can get like 2.2, I think, million mana for 1,000 crystals. So how many 50,000 or 25,000 mana runes would you have to remove to get to 2.2 million mana? You follow me?
Yeah, I got you.
And even then, you're only breaking even with the cost of a $30 rune removal pack.
Right.
You know what I didn't factor in that is the fact that they give you 500 crystals with it.
Yeah, see, that's what I was gonna say too. We got the 500 crystals. To me, I'm thinking people are already spending, $30 on 750 crystals. So having the opportunity to get the coupon, is
The coupon is there, yeah. So 500 crystals, you figure. So I'm doing my math on what, 1,000 for 30, so 15. I still think a million, so 1.1 million mana. You can remove what, 12, almost 10 to 12 runes for that. So if you're only doing 1 or 2 mons, I think you should just, bite the bullet and spend the mana. If you're testing out a bunch of stuff, I could see why this is attractive. But you got to remember, because we all complained and they helped us out, once a month, one Saturday a month, you're getting rune removal for free anyway.
correct.
So I'm not a fan of this pack at all. I really, even with the fact that I didn't realize that I didn't factor in the 500 crystals, I still think it's a little bit overpriced.
Yep.
The big one I like though is at the end.
Are we here? So many so?
Yeah, forget pack 1, 2, and 3. First of all, as Reddit is full of trolls a lot of the time. I'm not criticizing Reddit, by the way. I love Reddit. I'm there every day. But I mean, it's a fact. It's full of trolls. So then the guy that quote unquote data mined the data mined the new patch, it caused that widespread panic where everybody's threatening to quit, and everyone wants to sell their accounts because they read that language that you can see at the top of the screen. Summon the monster of your choice.
Oh man, I didn't even notice it until you said it.
I was dying, man. I was laughing. Even some of my guildies were, guilty of it. And so don't believe the hype. Like you need to relax. I don't think everyone wants to call come to us, names and this and this and that. But the fact of the matter is, they're a growing company, and there's certain Nat 5s I want, and I've spent way more money in packs than had I just bought the goddamn thing outright. so,
Right.
so there was never going to be a scroll for me to pick what I wanted. All right. So that aside, the difference in this is 200 crystals. It used to be $100 for 3,000 crystals.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a better deal. I feel that summoning stones are a lie
Right.
because I've always gotten shafted on them. But guildies, one in particular, Nish, my God, he stacked. Not this cycle, I think 2 cycles or 3 cycles ago, he stacked 2 Nat 5s from like 17 or 1800 summoning stones.
I think he was over there in New York, right, with Bomber and everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I
it.
watched that. Yeah.
He's good peoples, man.
Yeah.
But are you kidding me? So like, I'm happy for him. Don't get me wrong, but when I spent my 2,000 to get Zyros, I think I got 1 water tow and a bunch of 3-star fodder. That aside, the previous pack was $100 for 3,000 crystals, so you lose 200 crystals, but you get 500 summoning stones, and I take that as 200 crystals is basically 2.5, plus or minus like a little bit, but 2.5 MS, right?
Right.
And 500 summoning stones is 10 more summons. So in my head, this is a better deal than it was. You lose 2.5 packs, you pick up 10 quote unquote exclusive summons. I think that the weekly pack, $30 for 170 stones plus crystals and whatever, I think that's a scam.
Is it this one, the part 2?
No. You know how the pop-ups, the weekly pop-ups?
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, for 170, yeah, no, I got you.
I mean, come on. The week before you get 5 elemental scrolls
Yep.
plus the 750 and all that other garbage for $30, and summoning stones 170 is like 3.5 summons, so you get 3.5 instead of 5. And
Yeah.
it looks like they realize the value of the stones, and they kind of reverse that in this pack. So I think that's if you're going to be spending the big dollars, obviously the limited with the legendary scroll is better deal. But if you run out of those, this is not so bad.
Yeah. And this is what it looks like, guys. If you guys haven't seen what it looks like, it's going to be sitting here on the left there. Goon sent us a picture to kind of give you a feel for it. So, boom, boom. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find you up again. All right. So, on the next one here, we got this is a question that I actually had for you because we had ourselves the topic of Devilmons when utilized for game-changing units, right? We talked about it a little bit in the first episode. I kind of wanted to get your take on it now because as we're going to get into with the Necropolis dungeon, there's a lot of units that are going to be quote-unquote game-changing for the Summoners War community, and they're not necessarily considered Nat 5. So where do you stand now when it comes to Devilmons and saving them for particular units?
The same as I always have.
Good.
Don't. They are the most precious commodity. So I don't know if it was joining Noviak and Revar Khaleesi gave his dragon blessing to me, but somehow in the last 3 weeks I've summoned 2 Zyroses, and one of them was again.
Close up.
Dude,
no big deal.
I am so it's like on another level. I lost a full day of studying to that first one because I hit it at like 11 in the morning, something like that. I started about 6 a.m. So the rest of the afternoon, I just went home and played with my new toy and leveled them up. But last night, I only got like 2.5 hours of sleep because, of course, right before bed, like an asshole, I summoned a handful of MS, and 14 in, bam, Zyros pops. But as far as Devilmons, so the whole point of that story was I have 0 Devilmons. The first one that I got 3 weeks ago still needs 4, and of course, it's in skill 2 and 3. So none of my skills have the cooldown happiness. And now I need another 12 for the second one. I know QQ, poor me, first world problems, but
yeah.
whatever. Eladriel's still missing 5, and Fire Monkey King is still missing, I think 3 out of his skill 2. So like I got a bunch of fractionated guys. In fact, look at Rocky over there. I got her at some point, and I didn't even awaken her because poor Rocky keeps. Number one, I knew. Oh, yeah, that's embarrassing.
You're good.
No, if you look at Rocky skill 3, I forgot I did that. That would be Beth 2 and Rocky 2.
Oh, man. You did it again. You did it again, Goon.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not doing it anymore. I learned my lesson, but yeah, that's what that is. But I knew I couldn't devil her, so I didn't even bother awaken her. So Devilmons, and you were saying, are there any, what do you call it, exceptions? Honestly, the only exception I can think of right now, other than, like, of course, Chasun, is Galleon. Hands down, Galleon. If you did not farm enough light pirates, max him out because he changed the meta. No, not him. He was a big part in the meta change. The PvP arena would not be the way it is right now if Galleon wasn't there. So out of 4 stars, I think he is... Out of the new 4 stars, I think he is the only one. No, he's not. The other one I would consider, and this is if you have no Nat 5s, you have like 20 Devilmons in storage, and you're just itching to burn some. I don't have these units, but I really, really want them. Dark Mermaid, I would spend Devilmons on to max her out for AD, and maybe Dark Pirate. Nice.
Dude, you'd love this. This is what I do for you. I attempt to go ahead and like check out, like showcase the units while you're talking about them, and then I realize that I did not do this when I went over to the Europe side, so awesome. Epic fail
most
number 2 for the video.
most
Congratulations.
most awful part of the game is going through that tutorial,
Dude,
man.
seriously.
Oh man, and this is before I had Zyros. Like the biggest rage pick that anyone could have ever posted on Reddit was that dude with that screen, level 7, that screen with the fairy and the vagabond and the hellhound and a Zyros on Awakened Standing. So he only had 4 mons, and Zyros is the 4th one.
Yeah, yeah. How many people do we know that, like when the game initially came out, the Nat 5s were popping like it was, they were Nat 4s or something like that all the time, and then they changed them up a little bit. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, I think that's the way the algorithm works. I got a theory about that because they came out with the new game Soul Seeker, which is
Hmm.
horrible now. But I went over there and I dropped a couple $100, and I thought, oh, this game is stupid. Well, there was a lot of issues with it, but I think about $200, maybe $250. I dropped in there on day one because of what you just said, and I was thinking, I'm like, well, they made one game like that, Summoner's War. Maybe the second one, dude. I got something like 8 Nat 5s of that game, the equivalent,
Jeez,
on the first day. So
that's
yeah,
crazy.
with early adopters really get rewarded with Comp2Us, evidently.
Gosh. All right. Oh, we'll see what happens when the next game comes out. Let's see what they do. But until that
Yeah, I'm not
time,
moving. You kidding me? I'm not.
yeah, yeah,
I'm
I
not
know.
looking for any next. I'm
No,
hoping. I'm hoping this
this
game
game
has enough
continues
content
to
for the next
go. They
20
better.
years.
They
Yeah.
better, man. They better.
Yeah.
Shoot. But
Uh, real quick on other notable units. And this is a 5, but it's a free 5. This is such an obvious thing I'm going to say. It's not even worth talking about in depth. So just really quick, it's Theomars. If you're new, and I got a new account on Asia and global now that I'll play from time to time just to creep the rankings and see the top players over there. But I'll play them a little bit just to get a feel of what it's like to be new with all the changes. And I playing casually, very casually. I already have something like 30 or 40 Ifrit scrolls. And I joined a noob guild, but they participated in guild wars, and we lose every single fight.
right.
But on the off chance that you win here and there, couple maybe a defense you draw, or maybe you win it somehow. All those 10 point, 5 point, 4 points, they added up, and I got 4 scrolls out of 10 playing casually. So if you're new, do that. That's a free 5 monster that you can get, and the only reason you're not doing it is because you're not taking the 2 minutes to open up chat and say, hey, is there a guild out there that participates in guild wars?
Right.
But Theomars, Devilmon him up. I hope he doesn't get. I hope he gets.
Uh oh.
I
Uh oh.
hate you,
The truth
dude.
comes out. Uh oh.
Oh man, I don't vocalize nerfs because it's just unfair. All of us have too much money, too much time into this game, and I know it can be crushing. But dude, Theomars is so stupid. Stupid. In my eyes, he's the number 1 damage dealer in the game. Anyone can get him. He's free. Devilmon him as soon as you get him, and put him on everything. He'll fit on your AD, on your AO, in Guild Wars on your defense, and Guild Wars on your offense. In this new dungeon, Necropolis 10. And if you can't beat him, join him. So I've stopped buying flags temporarily, and I'm only buying Ifrit scrolls until I pick up that blue bastard
Jeez.
who's basically eliminated Perna.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, so let's see if we can get into that Necropolis here. I know that's been a big ongoing conversation here. We're making this video for you guys on Thursday, or sorry, I take it back. The video is going to be out for you on Thursday, but we're making this the day before, and it just so happened that both of us woke up with Christmas coming early today. We had the Necropolis Dungeon open, patch
Yeah, it was.
1.7.4. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Everyone now is thinking about that, up and coming team to kind of bring to the table as far as clearing it, with reasonable issues or without reasonable issues. And so, what's your take on it so far, and what has been the basically the team for you to kind of complete as far as you have today?
Okay, I just want to put a disclaimer out there. This thing has been out for me for less than 12 hours. No, actually, what time is it? It's been for everybody. It's less than 12 hours. So, my information is based on my experimenting and, talking to people and yada, yada, yada. So this is not the end all list by
Right.
any means.
Right.
Um, and a disclaimer, again, I feel like I'm lecturing and I'm sorry because I'm not, I don't feel like I'm in that position to be able to lecture anybody, but all the people screaming for nerfs, yo, you're not missing anything. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not. Everyone gets so excited that I'm behind. I'm behind. Like this thing hasn't even. Forget one day. This has not even been out for 12 hours at this point, and this is our first solid patch. I think. Have we ever had a super super patch? I mean,
No.
you
No.
get it. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I was gonna say that, like, any game. I mean, not just even this one. Any game that I've ever played, and the patch has never come out and it's been perfect. No, it's just not.
Yeah, it don't call for nerf. Everyone's bitching all day. Oh, we do is rune farm, and the runes suck, and I never get an at 5. Here you are, you have a new challenge. All right, the new runes, the destroy runes, aren't even out. I mean, the rumor is Monday of next week, or maybe Wednesday, because they're Wednesday is their Monday, or whatever. But God even knows if it's going to be next week or the week after. End of September, I've heard. So just relax. Is a new challenge. It's a lot of fun. If you don't like dying, again, there's no new runes in that dungeon. Go back to your boring ass, you know, Giants 10 and Dragon 10 1 minute comps and just hang out there for a couple weeks. And by the time the destroy runes pop, bam, Reddit will have autoable comps out there for you. So just relax. You're not missing anything. Basically, you're not missing anything. There's no party that you're gonna miss. The guys that stream. Okay, I get why you guys are stressing hard because this is your business and whatnot, and okay, do your thing. But general population, just take your time with this. This is our cake, and like birthday cake, probably not going to get another patch until this time next year. So chill out. Um, Necropolis, that dungeon is it's pretty annoying.
It's pretty
Right?
annoying, but if you think about it, it's kind of nice. I kind of
It's so sweet.
I crave the annoying. I crave the challenge. We've talked about that before. I mean, if we honestly were able to like clear B10, within the first couple of hours of testing it, then to me it would have been a fail. I mean, if it doesn't force us to think about our strategy, think about the new units, then I would have been like, wow.
Right? I mean, that's
So
that's that's exact. All the streamers out there. There's a handful of people that have beaten them. Some of them have used the wrong comp. There's a couple errors, and they're using exploits, which is kind of silly. Maybe you do it once, just to get your L&D prize, but it's going to be fixed. Like probably tomorrow, day after. What's the point?
right.
And I'm talking about the anti-revive comp. So, using Rocky or Mara to make sure that he doesn't revive. They said that in the patch notes that's you're not supposed to be able to use it, but you just can right now. So don't believe anybody if they tell you that that's what they're planning on autoing with because it won't work.
Right. They'll
Past the
change
next
it.
so yeah, they're gonna change it. That being said, if you really want that light and dark scroll, then go ahead and use it once and beat it. He doesn't revive. You'll be able to kill him B10 N10 pretty easily.
Yeah. Again,
Uh,
who
what,
who
sorry.
knows? They might change it. They might change it. By the time this video comes out. But if you all got them Rocky Mara friends, get them on that friends list, man. Get it to us. So you can get that LD score right away.
Yeah, that's. Oh, you're right. You mean they could make it harder?
Right before they make it harder. Shoot. But what were
Oh,
you
that'd
gonna
be
say? I apologize.
hilarious. Everyone's crying for a nerf. They're like, listen, what little guys,
Yeah. No, let's
I'll
get our
teach
LD
you.
scroll. Yeah. Let's
Let's
get our.
make. Yeah, you can only bring 3 mons.
Yeah. Shoot.
But that dungeon, it's cool. A lot of people are complaining. I heard a lot of complaints that they're it's BS. They're making us 6 prime mons that we don't have or don't use. Like that's the point of the game. Like not to collect it and throw it in storage. Um, so I like that the Verde Hua are not what they used to be.
Yeah.
Um, I made the mistake, or not mistake, whatever, of taking Perna, and got
Epic fail.
yeah. I gotta say, I don't like fighting my own Perna. She owned me, and then I killed her, and it was great until she rezzed, and so I had to kill her twice, and she was healing the boss 10%. You know, that was my heal. That's
Right.
my heal.
That's my heel, punk.
That's my yeah. That boss is 10%. It's a lot more than my 10%. So yeah, Perna. If you can make it work, wonderful. If not, I would not bring Perna. I'd be very wary bringing Perna to this thing because when he steals her, ugh. So all the fancy wording that they have aside, I think the basic part of this dungeon is you just need multi hitters,
Right.
guys that don't whack hard but whack. They hit multiple times with each of their skills, or team comp like the Rauks or again the Sylvias out there that take multiple team members with them. Oh, of course there's already a
Of
Reddit
course,
post on it. What
yeah.
am I?
There's always a Reddit post. So we'll give a shout out to Peng Zing Leo Na and everybody that has been helping to compile this list from a really nice list of units, talking about the first skill, second skill, and third skill here. Quite a handful of units that'll
Oh
definitely make you.
wow, he went the he went a
Yeah,
crazy detail.
yeah. Very, very nice indeed, and I appreciate it too. Because again, it's not just the units, but talking about how long the cooldown is when it's max or whatnot. That's a really big thing, especially when you got certain units that are allowing you to team up and reduce that cooldown even more. So
You know
really
what? I
cool.
think he hit all of the add-ons that I had.
Yeah, he got quite a bit.
Oh man, yeah. Even like Water Assassin is one that people don't think about. I think he's got it right there at the bottom, didn't he?
Right, but here's the deal though, and then maybe you
Okeanos.
can correct me if I'm wrong here. Since that third skill, Water Assassin, isn't that based on the speed, and isn't his current system set up to where like the speed is not, it's like fixated, kind of like a Leo passive there, whatever? Or
Oh, that is a really good point, Childish.
I didn't even think
So
about that till now. Yeah,
does it bring everyone's speed down to 100?
I do not know the actual speed. I would assume like 100 would probably be the kind of basic guess that I would do, but considering that Lasco is based off of speed and that's how what it generates the attacks. I don't know. I'm
You know what? I was planning on testing it out. I put some troll runes on her, but I got her to like 100 and plus 150, and
yeah
I think with the speed bump, I'm just shy of 300 speed. With Bernard's buff, though, I should be over 300
yeah
to get that 7 hits. I read it like it was like Leo, where it brings it to level speed when you start the fight. But then during the fight, whatever the speed is, what? If everyone's attack bar is even, the person with the highest speed will go first. So
right right
I'm not sure, but you know what? I'll find out
yeah we got
after
we
this
got to learn. You
interview.
got to learn today.
I'm gonna learn.
You got to learn today.
Definitely. Oh man, yeah. Look at that. He's got Gibraltar on there too. I mean, yeah. This guy's he was in the Dark and Fire Harpy I was gonna bring up, and does he have Dark Imp Champion? That was one that a lot of people don't think about. I was gonna
um,
put that on there.
I see Water M champion here on the third skill, but it doesn't look like the dark one. So we might have to give him that new one. Yeah, looks like
So
it.
Dark Imp Champion, I noticed today, his skill 3 hits for 5. I've never used him. Mine's not even awake, so I don't know how viable he is. But his skill 2 hits percentage enemy hit points, which is which can be huge. Um, so he's hitting for the enemy's percentage of the enemy's max hit points on skill 2. Skill 3 is going to be 5 hits. Actually, yeah, you want to go to the end? I've got him in my inventory.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know if we're wasting time.
No, you're good. Actually, we got a couple more questions, then we should be good. Let's see. Where's it? All the way at the end there.
Yeah, the last one. Oh yeah, I got it in front of me. Attacks the enemy 5 times.
Where you
Plus
have it at
continue.
5 star? 5 star max?
Oh no, he's 3 and unawake.
Oh, there you go. There, you're serious. Yeah, it was all the way at the end. All right. So yeah, we got the 5 turns here, and then all right, cool.
So, anyways, um, the big mons that I've seen are going to be fire or wind nine tails. just because like fire, her third skill hits for 5, her second skill hits, no, her first skill hits for 3, third skill hits for 5. Malika is the one I've been using, the bomber. And somebody made who was that on Vindicated's stream? He brought it up. It got me thinking. By the way, my Malika runes are absolutely awful.
It's all good though.
Yeah, now with the Sierra change, Saturday with rune removal, these Sierra and Malika were in my top 5 to change because I really want to use bombers. I think I mean, look at him; he looks hilarious.
Yeah,
So,
he's great. I mean, he's great.
Vindicated was like, why don't we change Malika to violent? And I think that would be epic. A violent attack Malika, because it's not even about his DPS. It's about, hey, if you can get this dude to go handful of times in a row. I mean, that'd be ridiculous. But I like him, the oracles, specifically the predicting future ones like Juno, Praha, Lima. I don't think the dark one has it, but I don't remember off the top of my head. But they are superstars, and for once,
Yeah, no, I'm really
Juno's got
excited that
another
it
use.
seems like they did a good job in trying to incorporate some of the units that really haven't been thought out there to see.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I didn't mean predicting future. I meant her skill 1 hits her 3 times.
3 tiers, yeah.
Yeah.
Good. And so let's take a look at it, like as everything has been kind of laid out here. In addition to what you've kind of seen along the way since the last episode, one of the questions that I continue to ask people is, if there was one thing that changed, what would it be and why? Do you have any new insight to that as far as what you would change, what you've kind of noticed in the game?
Let me think. What would I would change in this game?
I think it's a little too early to talk about Necropolis stuff, as we pointed out earlier, but I mean, anything that you thought of in the last month or two since that last video?
Yeah, I would like to change any of my mons to Tiana.
My man.
Yeah, but I mean, macro, the hackers have to. They got to do something about it, man. I mean, excuse my language. It's bullshit. Like I put a lot of money and a lot of time into this game. It's a lot of fun for me, and I have a lot invested in this, more than I ever have of any hobby, to be honest, ever. And like this dude that we just kicked out of our guild. I mean, he was a nice guy. I was chatting away with him every day in line, and I mean, he was a nice dude. And I didn't, I really trust Rengar and Revark. Especially the way they've held their heads up high after being attacked by so many people constantly still, which, let's be honest, after the fallout, everything got better.
Right.
Comtois wasn't doing anything for the arena. They were just ignoring us. All of a sudden, these guys, basically played a glorified prank, and everything changed. I mean, arena is better than it ever has been. Again, before the EU split. Fractionating the competitors, but these hackers are driving me nuts. They get their names on the TOA normal and TOA hard, top 10, top 30, and they're so clever because they don't do what they used to do and go for rank 1. They'll just settle somewhere in G3 and take their crystals because they're having a good time. And I mean, I don't know if I should go over it now, Childish, but I can give you like 3 or 4 bullet points. I'm not accusing anyone or anything, but of just things to look out for.
No, by all means, yeah. If there's anything that could help the community, I'm all about.
Oh, man, I would love if people would just listen, like, and not be but not be lazy. But everyone's like, yeah, I agree, and then nobody does anything. But I mean, report one-to-one inquiry. You click on your portrait in the upper left, and it's big as life. It's like one of 4 big buttons right there, and tell to us. Take a screenshot and show them. So first, the most minor thing is it's so hard to figure out what their names are because they're all screwed up. Like not even just like you look at my name, somebody already took Goon, so the O's are the null sign, right, or the diameter sign if you're architect, but math guy. it's not like that. You know, they just take crazy looking characters that just look like blobs, so you can never search them. A, but if you friend them and they accept, you know, then you know what their Hive ID is. I would do that, write down their Hive ID, and then delete them, delete them right away. But if you notice the guy hitting you 4, 5, 6 times in a row, and it's within 20 or 30 seconds. I mean, I have some of the upper end speed Lucians. The reason I can get rank 1 is because my loading time in, loading time out, and kill rate with my Lucian team is like 45 seconds about. So
Okay.
getting in the, I mean, with no internet lag and yada yada. Actually, I usually switch to Wi-Fi for for power hour, but
Gotcha.
and not Wi-Fi. I switched to cellular, so there is no lag. But with my team, if I can kill in and out 45 seconds, if somebody is killing me faster than I can kill, I I know that something's up. So
Right.
if you creep them and you see that their mons are not adequate, right? They're
Right.
probably hacking.
Right.
Or what some of these guys are doing is they're stealing accounts. So there's a bunch of Nat 5s on there. So inspect the Nat 5. What kind of runes do they have? If they got a bunch of plus 12 runes or blue or green, what do you call it, purple runes, I mean, these guys are blatantly hacking. You know, you saw, we were talking about my Kumar, and I got all weird because I had 15 to 1 rune, you know, extra 500 hit points, big deal, right? So if this guy's beating you and all the fights are a minute to less than a minute apart, and you inspect him and his runes are subpar or his mons are subpar, he is cheating.
Okay.
That's all there's to it. There's a speed damage hack out there where it increases them, you know, the attack speed, mon speed so far that they never take damage. They take, you know, they go 100 times in a row or whatever it is, and that's how they're beating TOA hard, and that's how, you know, they're beating you in arena. And again, they're clever enough and savvy enough where they won't go for the top prize anymore because they know it's going to get them banned in a second.
Yeah.
But it's unfair. I
It
mean,
is.
they don't deserve G3.
No. No.
Only 30 slots. So why would you know, 1 to 2 of these, you know, a-holes be there?
Yeah. I feel you, my man. I hope they get that all figured out. So again,
So
guys.
that's what I would change in the game. I think security, CompTOS needs to, you know, hire whoever. I saw that report on Reddit. They're $1 billion company. Out of that billion, I know how much of it came from me,
Right.
and that's enough to hire a couple people to work, you know, as police guys.
Jeez. $1 billion company. Well, congrats to them. They're doing pretty good for themselves, huh? Jesus
Dude,
Christ. Who
$1 billion
would have thought?
company. Shout out to Kenneth, by the way. I mean, I'm not in Asian server. I don't know what the politics are. I know they're probably there because they're there on every server, and that's kind of some of the fun. But from what I see of this guy, I changed my arena based on his comp. Hashtag Tiana, please. RNG. Everyone's going crazy. Like every 5 minutes in chat, there'll be a please Tiana or hashtag Tiana from me. I should change my name to that. But yeah, I already know the summoning stone is coming up in 20 days. I'm saving up. 19 days.
Gotcha.
This poor guy. I mean, my fake 5 summon rate right now is 25%. So you think about how rare summoning in that 5 is. And by fake 5, I mean awake 4-star monster
Right.
like
Right.
Tyron, who's a phenomenal 4-star monster and one of the worst 5-star monsters you can get if you summon him because he's not natural. So as rare as it is, you summon a 5-star, bam, it's a fake 5. My ratio is 25%. For every 4 or 5 stars I'm summoning, one of them is going to be a fake. And I thought I was the only one, just to give hope and peace to everyone else. You know, we're not alone. And this poor guy, Kenneth, who streams and helps people, and, you know, again, his Tiana comp has basically, you know, maybe everyone in Asia knew this, but in Europe and global, it's basically changed the meta almost overnight, you know, in less than 2 weeks. And he summoned 121 LNDs and 100 100K crystals, 100,000 crystals worth of MS,
Jesus.
and he got rocked, man. I mean, it was something like 3 Nat 4 light monsters, light and dark, so 4 stars, and like Dark Lich, who, as sad as this might sound, rumor is that that's on the short list for the upcoming Hall of Heroes. Um, and 2 other 4 stars and a couple Awake 3 stars out of 121 LDs.
That's nuts. Oh
And
my
out of
goodness.
100,000 crystals, this poor guy summoned something like 4 Nat 5s that weren't even the upper tier Nat 5s. It was some of the lower guys, and an Awake Water Mermaid.
Wow. That hurts, man.
It hurts so bad, man.
Yeah.
$1 billion company. I know what's up. Hey, but you know what? It made me feel better. I mean, I felt so bad for him, and
So
I
bad,
told him.
yeah, no, for
I
sure.
typed in chat. Yeah, there was no trolling, no jokes. Some idiot asked for a giveaway, and he was shot down by the community. I mean, it's kind of nice. Everyone's looking for free stuff, and the whole community was like, "Are you kidding me? Look at this guy! He just got owned. Keep the
Yeah.
$50 or the $10 or whatever you were going to give away."
Jeez. Oh my gosh. Well, I think we were going to get into those epic fails of the story, but I think Kenneth just kind of wrapped it up as far as, that big. Hearing that story, that's to be the biggest ever fail.
Oh,
right
it
there.
hurts, man.
Oh,
I would never even watch it again. It's just awful.
yeah. No, I couldn't do it. That's for sure. Well, if not the epic fails, let's go ahead and give a quick time if you want to hit some shout outs to, friends, guild members, anybody we want to hit up to for the end of the video there.
I have no affiliation with the site, but a lot of people, including, sorry, were you gonna say something?
No, I'm doing the the light bulb just went in my head. I know exactly what you're getting ready to pull up. So let's go ahead and get to it.
Oh, a lot of my guild members didn't even know about this. They were really impressed with my little printout. I'm like, hey guys, I just got a Zyros. What do you think, this or that? I would throw these little perfect little JPEGs that are tiny and same order and easy to read and easy to compare. And a lot of people know about this site, swrune.com. It's swrune.com. I have no affiliation. I don't even know who owns it, made it, whatever. I just know that when you log in and register, it doesn't ask any creeper information. No Facebook, no Hive ID, any of that shit, which I will never give to anyone, especially after witnessing, finding out, how big hacking is recently. So I have no affiliation with this guy. I used a random login with my shit email that's not attached to anything. And I do all of my runing on here, and it has saved me tens of millions of mana. And when you play around with the site, again, it's not perfect. I don't like using an Excel spreadsheet on my computer because if I'm in the bathroom or in the road or waiting for a meeting, I can just open this up on my phone, on my iPad, whatever. It's always with me, just because it's on this guy's website. And when you make your mons, it's a pain in the ass to enter your runes. But once you enter them in there, they're there. And if you want a hard copy for yourself, this guy's got that export-import tab, and you can export it into an Excel spreadsheet on your desktop or wherever you save it. And that way you have a hard copy. If you're one of those people, if you're paranoid, you think the site might go down and all your work goes away. Well, you can take your data and back it up on your machine as much as you want. And the best part about it is once your mon is ruined, at the bottom left of the screen, there's a little image website, and you click on image or image link. You click on the link, and it makes this perfect little organized, what do you call it, tabulation. Hit points, attack, and it's a bang, bang, bang. And I just drag that out of the window into line, and I'll go put 2 in there. Be like, hey guys, which one do you want? Number 1, number 2. Which one do you like? And I'll get their input right there. Phenomenal website, swrune.com. That's how I do all my runing. Again, no affiliation.
No affiliation, yeah, for both of us. And it's funny too because the minute I said that last little bit, I'm like, oh my god, we had to hit this website up. So.
It's sick, man. I mean, you can see, actually, I added all pictures in because I'm a loser. For every mod, like Zyros, got a little Zyros picture in there or whatever. But yeah, you can click on that.
Yeah, we'll click on this. This is the link that he was talking about, guys. That last little link for the image. It's gonna pop up on the top left, and then you
Bang.
can drag that one. Yeah,
You just drag that into
simple.
line, drag it wherever you want, save it on your desktop, and anytime anyone's looking at your comp, it's in the same order every time. It's just it's standardized and easy to read.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Cool. Any other shout outs you wanted to add, boss?
Yeah. Let me see. There's SW Rune. Um, I got to do this again with you. I wanted to talk arena at
Oh,
some point because that's all I do. But again, shout out to Kenneth because like I recommended in that last video. If you're not creeping other people's shit, then you're not playing right. Because whatever your imagination and your RNG can give you, it's completely different on someone else's account. So make an Asia account. I've creeped Kenneth. I've creeped God, the guy that bought W's account. What's his name? Nina or something. Nina Sky is his name.
Nina Sky. Yeah.
Yeah, they talk Chinese. I can't read it. I don't care.
Right.
The game speaks for itself. I just watch it, and actually, I'm laughing, but the guys in his Twitch stream are so nice that I'll say, "Hey, can you translate this for me? What's going on?" And somebody has always just translated, wrapped it all out there, put it in English for me. So I mean, they're good peoples.
Cool.
For my guild, Noviak, Revark, thanks for picking me up, and really love the way they do things. It's so organized, it's ridiculous, man. I mean, you open up guild chat every day, and there's the guild war schedule, like down to the minute. I mean, it it will start and end when they say it's going to. Rengar is a noob.
Vanguard can do.
Rengar the noob, the bastard Spaniard who suckers me into the Spanish channel in the chat.
Yeah.
So I feel, anyways, whatever. He's good, great guy, knows his shit, knows the game. We're always in channel 101 in Europe. They help out everybody. I mean, from looking at boxes, come up with at that person's level, AO, AD, everything.
Cool. That's awesome.
And I already talked about the hacking thing.
Yep.
I just want to say, again, it's a game, and I know we all have so much money in this and emotions and all this stuff. Just have fun, man. Like I had it out with one of the other big time streamers from Twitch, and I'm not gonna say his name, but just relax. A bunch of Noviaks have their own Twitch streams. It's a low amount of followers. People come in and ask questions. Is Theomar's good? Who do I use here? We answer it. It's helping the community out. Streaming is just what benefit is there? We're not partners. We're not getting paid. We're just putting it out there to have fun, meet new people. You don't need to run around accusing each other of this and that, and this. Just relax. Everyone's having a good time. Have fun. It's a great game. The company has shown that they care about us by putting out this new patch. I'd love more, but blah, blah, blah. It's going to be around for a long time. No reason to stir things up. And blah, blah, blah. I think, the Girls of Noviak said they planning on putting a Girls of Noviak calendar for sale.
Oh, there you go. All right. Let me know when it's out.
Boo and Shoshara and the other ones. To support their crack habit, their premium pack crack habit. So if it's Girls of Noviak calendar. And last thing. I mean, as if this SOB wasn't powerful enough, Zaratu, now with this new goddamn boss, I mean, could they have made Zaratu?
Yeah.
Are you really, bro? Really? Like, you basically negated Zyras, not completely, but enough with the new boss. But like Zaratu, really? I mean, if I didn't want him bad enough before, now
we definitely do. That's for sure. That passive though, jeez. I'll take it.
Ridiculous.
All right. Ridiculous. Well, if you are all good to go, sir, I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up. I know we've been kind of going long, but what we'll go ahead and do, maybe what we can do if you want, is we'll kind of call this one the part one. and then we can
Yeah.
get back at
Yeah.
it with the arena talk. Because again, we could rap about it, but obviously we want to keep people in tune. You know, after
Oh
we hit
yeah.
that hour mark, everyone's like,
No, I'm
oh
sure,
man,
man. You
oh
probably
man.
fell asleep talking to me.
But no, it's all good. Definitely, what we'll go ahead and do is we'll plan out maybe for this next week coming up, guys, and we'll get you the part 2 of this one, so you can get
I'm
all the
down.
tips and
Yeah, I'm
tricks.
definitely down to check this because Arena is ridiculous. Everything
Yep.
has changed the last 3 weeks. You can even
Yeah.
say last month. I mean, it's like a whole different fight. G3 and I mean for Asia, it's basically the top 100. Those guys are crazy over there, man. There's so much
Yeah.
competition.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking
But
forward to hearing about it. Yeah. Good deal.
definitely.
All right, guys. Well, again, this is the end of part 1 of the next episode of the Educate and Dominate. Thank you all for tuning in. And again, Goon, thank you so much for your time and effort doing this. It's always a pleasure to have you on board.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. This is good times.
Always, always. All right, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. It's your boy Childish and Goon with ChildishPlays checking out. Take care, and we'll see you in part 2 of Educate and Dominate. We're out.